How are you?
I am fine. Thank you so much. And you?
I'm good. I'm good. Did you get a haircut?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Good.
Yes,
Good.
teacher. Yes. How was you today? How
Uh,
was today?
yeah, very good. Yeah, it was fine. No, nothing. Nothing
Okay.
special. Just what did I do?
A little work.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
work and I had well, they had to. People came to spray the house. Vinieron a fumigar hoy día acá en la casa. Así que eso. Nada más. No man. Nothing else. That's it.
Very
I mean,
well, teacher.
nothing else. Just work and that and just another day.
One question.
Yeah.
What time do you start? And I fishing?
Finish.
Finish. Sorry, finish.
Well, my first class is not until 2 o'clock. So I have
Okay.
like all the morning is free. And then I finish at 9.
Ah,
So yeah, it's like it's an afternoon shift. So yeah, work afternoons. That's every day. I start at 2 and I finish at 9 Monday to Friday.
it is every day.
Yeah, Monday to Friday.
Oh,
De lunes a viernes.
Saturday on Sunday? No.
Saturday and Sunday, no. No, those are my day offs. But now on Saturday mornings, I'm going to start with French classes.
Ah, sí.
Yeah, French. But I'm going to learn French. I'm not the teacher. I'm the student. I'll be the student. I'll be the student for French. So
Is difficult French? It is difficult French.
Yeah, I mean it can be because I did a bit of French in university. I did 3 semesters of French, but yeah, that's almost that's a long time ago. I mean, that was like 9 years ago, like or 8 years ago. The last time I had French, so it's been a while. So I have forgotten a lot, but I'm going to start doing French now. So yeah, and here's tengo mi libreta.
I
Mi
I now
libreta.
see I now see no, permès. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Yeah, yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Je m'appelle André.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonsoir.
Comment allez-vous?
Je suis très bien. Ça va?
Ça va?
I have a few phrases here, so I've written down already a few things. Like for example, these are just basic sentences. Like for example, la pomme est roche, la manzana es roja.
La pomme est roche.
La pomme est rouge, la pomme est rouge.
Yo tengo una amiga que tiene una tienda que se llama así. Ahorita me acordé.
Ah.
Y no sabía qué significaba. Ahorita que me dijo usted.
Ah, well, clase francés.
Clase francés.
Yeah. For example, j'ai mangé. Je mange. Je mange. Yo como. Je mange. Yo como.
Ok.
Sí. Manger es comer. Como en italiano, mangiare.
Ok.
So yeah, so just a few sentences there. So yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
¿Es qué?
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's no, it's yeah, no, it is quite interesting, and I'm excited because I'm going to be starting on Saturday, so and it's long. So I start at it's Saturdays. It start at 8 o'clock in the morning, so early start until nearly 12:30. So from 8 till 12:30, so like 4.5 hours, like. So
wake up sorry. What time do you usually wake up on Saturday?
On Saturday, it's like 9:30, like 9:30, nearly 10. So it's going to be tough. But I don't mind. Like I'm happy and I'm excited, so I don't mind. I mean, if I have to wake up at like 7:30, it's fine. I'll wake up at 7:30, because it's all on the computer anyway, so it's fine. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Very well, teacher.
Yeah. Hello, Haiti.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your day? Busy?
Yeah. So
As-
a lot of busy
As usual.
as usual.
As usual. So, yeah. So, what? Anything exciting? Anything fun?
No, not today.
No.
No, everything normal.
Normal boring day.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm sorry for the background noise. It's my dog.
That's okay. So yeah. So were you able to do that I asked you about reading a news article or anything? Were you able to do that, or did you not have time?
Yeah.
What did you read?
Sorry. If I have read or if I will go to read?
No, did you read?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Okay. No, so I was just wondering if you did do your little homework. the homework. But no, that's fine. No worries. No.
Basically, all my agreements and stuff like that are in English. Sometimes it's difficult because I know I am reading already in English. Yeah. So
Okay.
that is a little part of me that I don't do much to read more.
Okay. Now, I mean, it's good that you are reading anyway. I mean, all the, like you're saying that you have your agreements in English. Como que sabe. ¿Todavía sigue?
Yeah.
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 He's a loud one. But yeah, I mean, talking about like because you said like you read the agreements and stuff, yeah, which is pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, it's the same thing, everything I know, but I already need to know pretty well this kind of words because I don't have good pronunciation or I don't read in correct way these words, even when I am reading this kind of words every day. Yes.
Okay.
I am working on it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good in a way, but yeah, I mean, probably what would be good is to try and break off from that so that you can read something that's different, like that, of course, because yeah, you're going to be constantly reading the same kind of documents, going to be looking at the same kind of words, and yeah, you're not going to, if you keep in that, you won't break out of the mold of what you do. So yeah, I think that's why it's good to kind of like read something that that can be different, and that could be something that you're not familiar with, or something that you find interesting, like, oh, I think some whatever news article that you find.
I have my Facebook, in English.
All right.
So sometimes the Facebook share with me fun articles about, I don't know, pets, dogs, cats, or funny things in English. So I take that opportunity to read them in English.
Okay.
Sometimes it's funny because if they are something memes,
Yeah.
articles with a lot of
A lot of
memes,
memes.
but in English. So when these memes have words that I don't understand, so I looking for what meaning and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's maybe 5 minutes a day or something like that. It's not much.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's good. Like, I mean, at least it's something. Like I said, I think it is important to read something that you're not familiar with, something that or something that you do find interesting, like yeah, the news articles I think are really important to do. I mean, it's something that for both of you really, like to kind of like look at new words and new vocabulary and things like that to kind of like increase that that skill, which is very important. But yeah, okay. So I think what we'll do now, I mean, we'll do in a few minutes. Probably we'll what we can do. Well, I'll give you that little homework now, Haiti, because I'm going to speak with Raul now. If you could, in the meantime, if you could look for something, look for a news article that you find is interesting, and share it with us, okay? And then we can read and we'll read it, okay? All right. So just in the next, just I'll give you 5 minutes to do that. All right, just to find anything, whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so Raul, so you're part of the homework. How? Tell me about your day today. What did you do today?
Sorry, teacher.
Your homework. Remember, like to tell me what about your day, what you did, like every little detail. Hoy fui al baño. Ya, dale.
No, teacher, no. I had a day very difficult, and I did very no. I did a lot of things,
Okay.
and and I was reading a article about the story of the Aztec Empire.
Okay.
This article is National Geographic. For me, this article is very interesting for me. In Chile are Mapuches.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Mapuches are group of ¿cómo se puede decir? Indígenas.
They're indigenous are indigenous. It's a bit hard word. Indigenous.
Indigenous.
Yeah, they are indigenous people from Chile.
And here Mexico are Aztecs and Mayas. This article have se me fue. This article have things. I learned about of the culture of my country.
Yeah. So this article, what interesting things did they have in this article?
The empire, the Aztec Empire, was very important in it time. It is ¿cómo se dice? En su tiempo.
In its time. In its time.
In its time. In its time. And here, Veracruz, there is groups, for example, ¿cómo se puede decir? Voladores of Papantla.
Okay. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking, but you would just call them that, just voladores de Papantla. Like, I mean, you don't need to translate that.
Ajá, voladores de Papantla. Papantla is a city very important in the Veracruz for your culture. And here, Veracruz, there is very groups, cultures.
Okay, there's groups of various cultures, de varias culturas.
Exactly.
Okay, so they're groups of various cultures.
Various cultures. Various cultures.
Okay, yeah, you're a person who reads a lot about history. Like you're very interested in about history, aren't you? Like you like history.
Sí, yes. I like the history.
You like history, yeah. That's it's very cool. What's is there any kind of period of time which you think, oh, this is like what kind of things do you read the most about? Okay, history, but is there anything in particular that you like? Oh, I really like this in history. Like for example, I don't know. I like you could say I like reading a lot about, I don't know, the First World War, for example, or you could say I like reading a lot about medieval times. I like reading a lot about the Crusades. Like, I don't know, what kind of thing do you like to read about in history?
Okay, I like read about the Crusades. The Crusades.
Okay.
And I like a lot of now the it's royally English royally
Royalty.
Royalty English.
No, English royalty.
English royalty.
English royalty.
English royalty. I like to read about history of the English kings. English kings.
Okay.
For example, here in Perote, there is the Fortaleza de San Carlos. Here, Diet Guadalupe Victoria was first president of Mexico.
All right. Okay. Okay. I didn't know that. There you go. Fun fact. Fun fact. Now remember, Raul, in English, you have to say the noun, the subject first, and then you give the verbs, the adjectives, and everything. So you say, Guadalupe Victoria, what was his name again?
Okay. Guadalupe Victoria.
Yeah, died.
Guadalupe Victoria died.
Yeah. So you say in the Fortaleza San Carlos, Guadalupe Victoria died.
Guadalupe Victoria died. Fortaleza San Carlos, Guadalupe Victoria died. Perote had a lot of history. Perote is a city very old in Mexico.
Okay, all right. I didn't know that.
Perote is 496 years old.
So, sorry, how old?
Sorry?
How old did you say?
Perote is 496
Okay.
years old.
All right. Okay. 496 years old. Wow. Very old. It's almost 500 years. Close to 500 years. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. It's very old. It's very old. So it'll be one of the first cities built in like one of the first like
Yes.
cities built. And like wow. Wow. So there's a lot of history then in Perote.
Yes. Perote is the city more old.
It's the oldest city.
Oldest city.
The
Sorry,
oldest city.
Oldest
Okay.
city.
Wow. It's amazing. Dude, very cool.
Veracruz is 500 years old.
500.
500, pardon. 500 years old.
Yeah, because you said 1500. So 1500 would mean this. This is 1500.
No,
That's
no.
1500.
1500. Yes.
That's 1500. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, like, I mean, I know Veracruz is pretty old and like it has a lot of history and stuff. I mean, like even in school, like when in school in Chile, like I mean, we learn about certain things from Mexico. I mean, of course not the history of Mexico, but we learn about, of course, the Mayas, the Aztecs. We learn about a bit about Hernan Cortés and like and everything that happened in Veracruz and everything like. So like the name Veracruz, of course, I've always known it, but of course, yeah, you don't know the history of Mexico. I don't know it. Like, I mean, I didn't know who Miguel Hidalgo was or like anything like that. You asked me, okay, who was the first president of Mexico? And I know, well, now I know it's Guadalupe Victoria, but like 10 minutes ago, I didn't know who it was, or anything like that. Of course, like you don't learn that because yeah, it's on Mexico. You're in Chile. Like, I mean, why would I learn Mexican history? But yeah, oh, very interesting. Oh, it's cool. It's cool to like learn about those things. And like, yeah, Perote is such an old city. Like, I wouldn't have known that. I thought it would have. I thought it wasn't. I thought it was just a small town like that wasn't very old. But no, I mean it's okay. It's a small town, but it's got a lot of history around it. So
exactly, Perote is a small town.
it is a small town,
but
it has a lot of history.
And Perote is near to Jalapa.
Yeah. It's near Jalapa. It's near Jalapa. So yeah, it's not too bad. So there you go. Perote. Aguante Perote. Bueno. Yeah. Okay. I'll ask Katie. Did you find something? Or no?
Okay. Well, I have here open already an article or something like that about fintech, because I have to read a little because we are working on a kind of company that we will go work with fintech.
So sorry. So what's the article about?
Fintech, financial technology.
Financial technology. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
Let me show. Yeah. Yeah, I need to read them because we are trying to understand what kind of vintage hubs in this province and and stuff like that. So I had,
Ontario,
yes,
Canada.
yeah. So I had this already open because
Oh, all right.
I need to to read about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very short. It's a little easy,
Mm.
I guess.
All right. Well, we'll give it a read. Read. You can read it for us.
Oh, okay. Where vintage leaders lively
Where fintech leaders live.
live. From digital wealth management to trading analytics, mobile payments to distributed ledger technology, Ontario is a global leader in fintech. Toronto, Ontario is North America's second largest financial hub behind New York. The province is also home to the second largest IT cluster on the continent with the wealth of the world-class tech talent. Ontario's fintech innovators are finding success on the global stage. Whether you are considering relocating,
Relocating.
relocating,
Yeah.
whether you are considering relocating your fintech firm here or looking for the best fintech products and services to meet your business goals, look no further than Ontario.
Good. All right. Just one thing there. So that word there, the tech, the fintech, it's not tech, it's tech. That's how you pronounce it, like
Just
TEK.
tech,
Tech. Yeah.
not tech.
Fintech.
Tech.
Tech.
Okay.
La H no se pronuncia, entonces como que lo silencias. Tech.
Okay.
Okay. Didn't know that. It's good to know. All right. Ontario's fintech industry by the numbers. So 12,000 plus financial service firms, 750 plus fintech firms, 49 tech incubators and accelerators, second largest financial service hub in North America, sixth Toronto's ranking as a global fintech hub, 315,000 plus IT professionals and 300 plus AI organizations. Wow. It's big numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so move on. You can read that.
Okay. Let's see. Ontario expertise and leadership in artificial intelligence, financial applications, cybersecurity, mobile payments, cloud migration, insure tech.
Insert. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's insert tech or insure tech. I suppose it's insure.
Yeah,
insure because I think it comes from insurance. I suppose insure
yeah,
tech.
I guess insure tech, blockchain, e-commerce platforms, and trading analytics.
Yeah.
Brick toast. Yeah.
Breakthroughs.
Breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Blockchain. The Blockchain Research Institute is an independent global think tank that brings together the world's top research to undertake groundbreaking research on blockchain technology. Funded by the members that include international companies and government agencies. Government agencies.
Yeah.
Government agencies. BRI Research Project Delve. What is Delve? I don't know.
Delve into the strategy. So Delve, I'm not sure. I think it has to do that. It's what they specialize in. But I'm going to look. I'm going to see what how to say it in Spanish. Let's see. Ahondar. Ahonda.
Ahondar. Okay. Ahondar.
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 BRI research projects delve into the strategic
Implications.
implications of blockchain of business, government, and society.
And society.
Society.
Okay. Now, I don't know what blockchain means, though. I don't know what that is.
I do not remember how one translation, but it's like.
What is blockchain?
I do not remember that.
Let's see. Blockchain.
Yeah.
Okay, aquí, bueno, encontré en inglés. Dice, blockchain is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. Ok, entonces un sistema que graba información de una forma que es difícil o casi imposible de cambiar, de hackear o de engañar al sistema. Okay. A blockchain is essentially a digital ledger of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems on the blockchain. Okay. Dice que el blockchain es esencialmente un distribuidor digital de las transacciones que son duplicadas y distribuidas a través de la red, de la red entera del sistema de computadores que son parte del blockchain. Básicamente se envía información y que no se puede replicar, básicamente. Ok, yeah. Gracias. Cool. All right. Like there's so many tech things that we just have no idea that they exist, but they're in front of us every day. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah.
So crazy. Okay, so top 5 reasons to choose Ontario. Okay.
The
Off you go.
5 reasons to choose Ontario. 1. Talent. Ontario's #1 advantage is its people. Some of the best of the brightest.
Yeah.
Mine chose to call Ontario their home. In fact, 69%. Yeah, 69% of adults possess a post-secondary education and rate higher than any OECD country. And with our welcoming approach to immigration, including numerous support programs, companies can recruit high-skilled international talent quickly and predictably. This is like trabalenguas.
Yeah, it kind of is, yeah. Predictably.
Predict.
So just a quick question, Haiti. Why are you reading this? Are you going to move to Ontario? Or what's this about?
Someone will go to Ontario to work in an fintech company.
Okay, so somebody from your company is going to Ontario. Okay, all right.
And will go to work in a fintech company.
I thought you were going to go to Ontario. That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, I will go too.
Yeah. You
went
never
to
know.
both.
You never know. One day they'll
Yeah,
say, Katie,
yeah.
off you go. You're going to Ontario for a few years. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. I have my bag ready.
I'm ready. Let's go. Canada, here I come.
Yeah. So, number 2, innovation and recognized quality. Ontario has
Okay.
one
So there you go. Straight away, the ED there.
recognized,
So recognized.
rec-
Recognized.
I have problem with the G.
Recognized. So that G is
Rec-
kind of, you don't really need to pronounce it. It's a very small, so it's recognized. Recognized.
Recognize.
And that ED, do it like a T sound. Recognized. Pero no tan enunciada esa T, así como que esa D es como una T al final, pero no tan fuerte. So recognized. Es como se escucha, se siente, pero no es tan pronunciada.
Recognize.
Y eso eso se ve mucho con las palabras que terminan con ed. O sea, la gran mayoría de las palabras tienen que terminan con ed, tienen esa pronunciación como de una T. Recognized.
Ontario has one of the most unique and collaborative innovation ecosystems on the planet where business.
Business.
Because I don't see if this is a comma or
Oh yeah.
but it's comma.
It's a comma, yeah.
Yeah. So Ontario has one of the most unique and collaborative innovation ecosystems on the planet where business, academia, and government work together to drive revolutionary ideas to market.
Pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, keep going.
3, competitive cost. Ontario has some of the lowest corporate tax rates in North America, where small and medium-sized manufacturers can also save up to 5 50% on their after-tax R&D
Expenditures.
Research and development. Yeah, research and development expenditures. Global customers can source high-quality products and are extremely cost competitive. Number 4, access to global markets. Open for business to the entire world. Ontario has free trade agreements with 50 countries, and it is only a short distance from major US hubs. 5, diversity. Ontario has a welcome people from over 150 countries and over 200 languages. Languages are spoken here. Ontario also has a highly diversity economy with a wide array of industry sectors.
Okay. All right, so it says who's here? Square, Secure Key, Interac, Coho, MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, Ingenico, Gysec, and what? Devrant, Dream Payments, Shopify, Borrowell, FreshBooks, Wealthsimple, and Clearbank.
Yeah, they are like kind of softwares and devices for these fintech.
Yeah, no, you have all these kind of different companies. Like for example, like in Dublin, in Ireland, it's something similar. Dublin has is a huge hub for all of these big tech companies. I mean, also there's PayPal, for the European market. So we have PayPal, there's Facebook, Google, Apple, and they have like their big European headquarters are in Dublin, and many other different companies, Accenture, Verizon. Like there's a lot, and they're like it's a big deal because of course it's a lot of jobs and everything, and it also has to do with the tax, and like it's very attractive for these big companies because they pay very little tax. Like they pay peanuts in tax, so it's very attractive for them to go to Dublin and to Ireland, to have their companies. So like for example, they're not all in Dublin. Some of them are in different parts of Ireland. Some of them are in the south. Cork is one of the cities that they're also in. Apple is there. Apple is around Cork, but most of them are in Dublin. And it's funny because I used to work close to all of like where Facebook and Google was, and it's like these huge buildings, and like they're super cool, and like very techy, and like very cool and fancy and stuff. It's very cool, and I would pass it every day when I was going to work on the train, like because one of the train stops was literally at the door of one of Google's buildings. So the train was here and the building was right here. So you get off the train, you walk like 10 steps and you're inside of Google. Like it was so cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So like I kind of completely understand like the whole thing with Ontario, why it's so attractive to all of these big companies, like, of course, like especially like Visa, PayPal, and MasterCard, which are like, of all of these here, I think are the biggest ones. I mean, yeah, I know quite a lot of these ones here, but I think MasterCard, Visa, and PayPal are the biggest ones, biggest companies. So yeah, I mean, it's very interesting, super interesting. Like this whole development that a lot of people are moving towards. Cybersecurity is another thing, and it's one of those jobs in which, like, if you can get into a job like this, you get paid like a lot of money. Cybersecurity is one of the top paying jobs at the moment. Anything to do with that, like cybersecurity, hacking, like legal hacking that it's called, so that you can test the system that the companies have. Like you legally can hack the system, okay, and say, okay, what's wrong with the system? You do the diagnosis and stuff like that, and you get paid a lot of money. These are all of these things, all of these tech things are at the moment are very interesting right now.
Yeah.
Very hot right now.
Something very good, but just these kind of countries have this more more support for this kind of.
Yeah, I mean, because it has to start somewhere. It has to start somewhere. Yeah, I mean, you have the whole support and things like that of governments and whatever, because they have to make it attractive, of course, for the companies to come in. So yeah, of course, they're going to say, look, okay, we want these big companies to come in, but how do we do it? Pay small taxes. Like the tax have to be really low for them. So they're like, okay, we don't have to pay much taxes. And that was one of the big problems in the last few years, that in Ireland, for example, with taxes, is that the European Union was telling Ireland that Apple hadn't paid like 350 million euro in taxes. Apple owed Ireland 350 million euro in taxes. Imagine that. That's a lot of money. 350 million euro. So I mean, I don't know how much is that. ¿Cuánto es eso? Like that's a lot of money. Like no matter what country that is, like I mean, no matter how rich the country is, like that's a lot. That's a lot of money. But what happened is that Ireland didn't do anything. Ireland didn't do anything. So they're like, okay, that money is just gone. Like, so 350 million just gone. Like, and the European Union was upset. They were angry. And because the thing is that Apple was threatening Ireland, that if Ireland decided, the Irish government decided to sue them and say, look, pay us our money back, they would leave. Apple would say, okay, we'll leave Ireland, and leave thousands of people without jobs. So it's kind of like, what do you do? Like, I mean, it's was a tough situation. I think that was, I think it's over now, and I think they just kind of like decided, yeah, screw it, we'll just lose that money. Son 8,215 millones de pesos.
Eso.
8,200, sí, 8,216, 15 millones de pesos. Imagínate que AMLO diga, nah, chao, no quiero hacer esa plata.
Es como toda nuestra deuda casi,
Claro,
todo el país.
claro.
No, es muchísimo dinero.
It's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. So I'm not sure what that happened in it, because that was a few years ago. So I don't know what happened in the end with that. But it's yeah, it's an interesting thing. Like, I mean, how all of this works. I think it's okay in a way. Okay, if you, for the companies to probably pay less taxes if you want to make it attractive, have thousands of jobs, because that's what they do. They bring thousands of jobs to the workplace. So imagine like all of these companies that we have down here. We have how many? 4, 12, 15 jobs. I mean, 15 companies down here in this list that we have down here that you're showing. Imagine all of those have, I don't know, at least 1,000 workers, each. So that's 15,000 jobs that you have there. That's a lot, like 15,000 jobs. That's a lot. So how to make it attractive? Have these companies bring on these jobs and charge them a less tax, which, okay, it's not fair for the rest of the workforce, but like how do you keep it balanced? Like, I mean, it's hard. It's a difficult subject.
Yeah.
But what they're saying here in point 3, if you can go up a little bit. So if we say here, point 3, competitive costs. So Ontario has some of the lowest corporate tax rates in North America, where small and medium-sized manufacturers can also save up to 50% on their after-tax R&D expenditures. So even the small and medium companies like are benefited. So I mean, okay, then that's fine. I think that's what the way you should do it is that, okay, if we're going to have companies to pay less tax, then all the companies should pay less tax. Not just because they're big companies, they bring more jobs, they should pay less tax. Like, no, or they all pay small tax, or they all pay a lot of taxes. And I think that's the right way. I think that's the right way to do it. I think it's fair, and that small and medium companies also have the opportunity to grow. I mean, I think that's the way it should be done to make it attractive.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting subject. Very interesting subject. I really liked it. Could I just read that bottom part here? It says leaders in cybersecurity. Just want to read that. Just what does it say here? So Ontario cybersecurity ecosystem, made up of enterprise, academia, and governments, forms one of the most robust cybersecurity sectors in the entire world, ready to meet the challenges of any potential threats to the financial service sector. Okay. So, and that's the good thing is, like, if you see all the different parts are working together. So I have the academia, so all the education sectors, the governments, and private sectors, they're all working together to make it work. It's like, dude, that's the way you're supposed to do things. Like, I mean, they all should work together. I mean, why not? Like, there's always somebody who just doesn't want to make it work. There's always something that's just like, yeah, no, we're not going to make it work. No, I mean, like, if you have all the education system, the universities, and you have all the government and all the private sector work together in harmony, I mean, everybody's benefited. Everybody gets benefit. Everybody wins, not just some. Everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Yeah. I really liked this. I'll probably take another read at it. Like, probably like, you know what, I'm gonna change my career and go like work in cybersecurity and like go to Ontario. Go live in Ontario.
Oh, I want to be an engineer too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I have told you, I believe before, that the lawyers are lawyers only in the place that we stood, no in other places.
Exactly.
And an engineer is engineer in all around the world.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the downfalls for being a lawyer is that, yeah, I mean, it's a huge job. It's a big job. Like, I mean, it's massive and it's super important. Like, it's a job that's never going to go away. Because you need people to study the laws.
Yeah.
But yeah, fortunately, it's only in your country.
Yeah.
If you want to go to Canada and be a lawyer, it's like, okay, but you need to study. You need to study again.
And yeah.
And it's
Another
expensive.
thing. Yeah, it is.
It's very expensive. So yeah, that's one of the downfalls. But you can always do something else. I mean, you don't have to, like, you can always be a lawyer and you can do something else. You can always have 2, 3 different things. You don't always have to be with one. It's there's
a change of life.
Exactly. Yeah, you can always do something like that. It's
yeah.
I think that's always a good thing. All right, guys. We've reached the end of our session today. So yeah, I just want to thank you all for coming, for sharing these kind of things. This is really good. So probably tomorrow, something again like this, something interesting like this will be very good for another read. Write down the words, the vocabulary, how we pronounce it and everything, and get the definitions or whatever. And also tomorrow, I think, well, we decided on the subject yet for our presentation for next week. The memories, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we just wanted to confirm that, and then yeah, that's what we'll do tomorrow, and then we'll discuss tomorrow. We'll also discuss what we'll do for next week. Okay. All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much, teacher.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.